Hello, hello, everybody. It's Girl Got Game. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. And also, my voice may sound kind of funky because my throat is dry from dinner. So, apologies for that. But I am finally here. So, hello to M in chat and Mara, if you're listening to this later. Hope you enjoy your game night. Sorry that we won't be able to have you for your boy, but we will do our best in your absence. Hello, Kit. Good to see you. And Westwood as well. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you all. Right, so the poll was overwhelmingly in Percy's favor. So we're going to be starting Percy's route tonight. Hello as well, Sweet Bean Catherine and Miyuki. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, we are going to start Percy, and his favorite personality qualities is quirky and then kindly, apparently. So there you go. He's a quirky boy. Oh, JJ, you picked the perfect dinner to have before this. Having some pizza. That's what I should have done. That was a smart play. Alright, so let's... Yeah, quirky and kindly. So that's what we're going to do.
Thank you for subscribing to...
Okay, so... Of course, we're going to do our flirty first impressions. So many people like kind. It's true. I mean, who doesn't like kind? And Game Dan as well. Nice to see you. Did I pick that by accident? That doesn't sound like me. Okay, let's do that. That's better. How are you doing, Game Dan? Oh, by the way, before I forget everybody, I have some bread on the go, so I'm going to pop in and out a little bit during the stream. I need to just put the bread into a loaf pan, let it rise, and then put it in the oven, and then take it out of the oven. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But it shouldn't take me that long in between. But just a heads up for y'all. And hello, Doc Wildcard. Good to see you. You did not miss anything. I just started like 2 minutes ago, 2.5 minutes ago. Because I was kind of late. It's a half and half. Half whole wheat, half, regular flour. Excuse me. Yes, I will be loafing around, as it were. Well done, Game Dan. Oh, nothing too fancy. I was going to make 100% whole wheat bread today, and then my brain stopped working, and I just made the normal bread I always usually make. So next time I'll have to try to do 100% whole wheat again. I suggest we yeast with the puns. Oh no, all the bread puns now. Okay, so if you've never done this before, we're gonna do, it'll be worth a laugh. Since our boy likes quirky, so we're gonna see some of the quirky options this time. Okay, this is obviously completely ridiculous. A personality quizzing app is going to solve all my life's problems. Yeah, and I'm a Nigerian prince with $1 million bucks. But it'd satisfy Juniper's whimsy to see this through, and when it crashes and burns, it'll make for an amusing story to tell people. The king of bread puns, nice, Doc. Yeah, you excited for Purper? I am too, Game Dan. He's such a sweet bean. I resolved myself to accept inevitable disappointment, smile in the face of my usual fate, and look for jobs in the paper later tomorrow. As I do. And as I came to realize weeks later, the amazing story I'd be telling people wasn't to be one of failure. Rise to the occasion. Nice, JJ, playing Oz Mafia. I'm jealous. I want to play that one of these days. How you enjoying it? But... this was a joke, right? I mean, I'd assumed it was all a joke when I left the house this morning. I figured I'd have a wacky experience, fail miserably, and then get back to my not-so-funny, tragic life story by lunchtime. And yet, there was something to this, wasn't there? Something I couldn't quite laugh off so easily. Okay, so I went through the doors. A Funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A Funplex. Is that when you suplex a... Yes, I've heard that one before, dear. Considering we've been open since 1970, beep, I've heard them all. Okay, Francine was not a fan of that. Ooh, nice, JJ. Glad you're enjoying it. But it's still nice to see young people with a good sense of humor. And it's nice of you to try and cheer an old lady up. Yes, I heard you call me an old lady. Oh, well, it is a factual statement, isn't it? No insult taken, dear.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
Thanks, Francine. I came here looking for a job. I understand my interview was, pre-arranged? Ah, yes, the computer did send me a mail about that. I'd almost forgotten. So, shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? And I turned off all the noise. That's a good point, Game Dan. The 20XX must be close to our time period if Francine opened this in the 1970s. That is an excellent point. Okay, since kindness is Percy's second thing, tacos are also my favorite snack. Tacos, and only tacos. There is no other sustenance. I can see you are a person that knows exactly what they want. And how to get it. You are what you eat. I'm a taco now. Well, good day, ladies first. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Nice to have you. To be honest, I didn't have anything better to do, and I thought it'd be funny. No way I'd say that aloud, though. As strange as this job interview has been, I'm getting a glimmer of a hope that there may be something to this. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. Don't worry, I was also fashionably late to my own stream, so you're good. Nice to have you too. Hope you're doing well. Let's put all jokes aside and actually think this through. She could be in her mid-60s. Maybe even early 70s? Alright, let's do It's a Funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. I know, let's put all jokes aside and be even more funny. Glad you're doing well, Samantha. I like having fun. Arcades are fun, and they say you should find what you love and make a living of it, right? When I was a kid, I went to arcades all the time with my family. I remember having a ball there. It'd be nice to experience that fun again. Not that I'd slack off and play games all day. I'm a hard worker. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. Serious business there. That perks her attention. A very serious occupation. Well, there goes our old boo. Gavin said she's in her 80s. Okay. Oh no. Dropped a huge thing of yogurt. Ugh. I feel that. I feel that in my heart. Okay, so we'll do he's a snappy dresser. Wait, I get to pick this option finally. I still want to get points with the boys and ladies that I'm not romancing. See if I can keep them around. I almost lost it there. Just like, haha, all the fun. Okay, have I never picked basic before? Interesting. A wild food, Dan! Hello! It's so nice to see you! How are you doing? It's been ages. Hope you've been keeping well. Yay! We got both Dans in here. Aw, can't stay long. That's okay. It's still so nice for you to drop in and say hi. We've missed having you. Thank you, thank you. I'm Crystal Wayfighter. Francine hired me to work the desk. The interview process was interesting, to say the least. I have to admit, though, I've literally been sitting here for hours doing nothing, because there's nothing to do. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat. You want to be here all the time? Aw. We would love to have you here all the time, Food Dan. Yeah, oh right, he's cool version of the damn he's fine version. Mornings are usually slow. That's quite normal, actually. And she interviewed you already. Good.
Good to hear.
Okay. Keep going. It's not my first pony ride. I'm a model employee. Okay. Let's see. Top one, keep going. Let's see. It's beautiful in its own way. Nice. Let her keep talking. There we go. I was more prepared for the jump scare this time. Whew. My goodness, girl. Await death is so great. Oh, moving workplaces, Food Dan. That is tough. Well, sending good vibes to you while you're in the middle of your move. Ah, it's so scary. She's very passionate. Have I never done she's very passionate? Okay. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Nice. Yeah, her costume wouldn't be as terrifying if it wasn't for the random eyes in the neck. And yes, Catherine, I wasn't jump scared for once. I'm learning from my mistakes. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. She could be. Do that one. Okay, I've done that before. She is pretty amazing. Okay, let's go meet our boy again. I know that poster is so cute, Food Dan. I love it. Okay, let's reacquaint ourselves with Purr. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime already in progress. Come on! Hurry the beep up and finish your game! Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Crystal, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me! I want this beep to wrap up his damn game so I can play! Aw, Samantha, I'm sorry Bob got you. Bob, leave Samantha alone. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of beep off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of beep side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. There he is. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads Moopy.
You know the game's full name?
Sure. I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff?
Yeah.
A bit terse as he's laser focused on the game. And I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy beep, that's a beep of a high score. Excuse me? Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Oh hey, Gigi, good to see you. Welcome. How are you doing today? Nice to have ya.
Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of live stock. On par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen.
Somehow the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. Aw, Chi-Chi. Sending you a hug and good vibes. I feel ya. But still nice to have you here. And Dreamy Kiwi, you're not too late. We just ran into our first Percy scene, so you're good to go. Good to have you. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament.
Okay.
At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out.
Will this cover it?
For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife, and they roll around in bed covered in money, and, cover what, exactly?
The cost of the game. The game itself.
I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given times. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Moopy for $3K. What do? In less than a minute, I have my response.
Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes. Absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately.
Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point. But with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. $3,000 sounds about right. It's yours. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Yeah, am I gonna go basic or kind? I know we've done all of these by now. I'm trying to remember. I think 2 of these get points with Percy. Let's try kindness first. I think this gives us points with him too. It's an older game and actually only costs us about $200, but, well, it's a part of the arcade, sir. I expect this apparent gazillionaire to protest at not getting his way, but he's smiling. There we go.
You're right. This is Mr. Moopy's home after all. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. And in return, I get to play as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. That way I can keep chasing the score, but your arcade stays whole. I'd hate to break up a loving family.
Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flay me for passing up $2,000, he'll get over it. Oh no, Gigi, I'm so sorry. When it rains, it pours, my dude.
Good. I'd hate to make Naomi cry. How could I live with myself?
Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring that he exists. What the beep, man? What kind of an arcade is this anyway? Beep this! I'm going to Deco's Palace! And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Oh no, Bob is manifesting. Bob, leave Kit alone. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Couldn't agree more. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Yeah, we get to do this again. Digging that dad bod, am I right? That cuddly, cozy teddy bear physique. The Benedict Cumberbatch accent. And he's soaked in compassion and empathy for others. Yes, please. He could have just waltzed out of here with that game. He didn't. He cares about more than money and more than his own high scores. He's more mature than me, but that's more than okay in my book. I've always been attracted to that age bracket. I'm sure he could teach me a thing or two. About Moopy, I mean. Right. So you know Naomi. He's happy to talk even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Hello, Percy.
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me. Crystal Wave Rider, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh? Oh, Fudan, you gotta go. Sad face. Well, thank you for dropping to say hi, though. It was so nice seeing you again. Hope you have a good day.
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high school.
What's the current world record, then?
About 3.5 million.
This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten.
I'll just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee.
Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but... burning questions. They burn like fire. How is it he can afford this game? Alright, we'll do that quirky. If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and encrusted with diamonds.
Amusing, but gold's a bit heavy, isn't it? It'd break through the floor.
But, you know, it'd be shiny. Right? Right? Huh?
Don't think so.
No, it would not be shiny.
Certainly, but I don't throw around money to impress people. Wouldn't want to make my game that ostentatious. It's a bit much, yes. Money removes obstacles. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds. It's really nothing interesting, afraid. I care more for Moopy as a whole.
Right. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing.
Be seeing you, Miss Wave Rider.
Aw, please, call me Crystal. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. I can't help but wear a goofy grin as I walk away. A hot guy with a big heart? Yup, still my type. Still, I shouldn't get ahead of myself here. He's a Funplex regular. Let's keep an eye on him. Preferably two. Let's see what to handle next. I know, real smooth, dreamy kiwi. Crystal is nothing if not smooth. There he goes. Fun to hang around. She likes quirky as well, so we can do more quirky. Sure. Nice. Couple points with her. Let's dance. Go for it. Nice. Quirky. Nice. Ah. Well, the Funplex is definitely a plex of fun. I told Francine I used to love going to arcades. Maybe I'm starting to feel that all over again. My co-workers are a fun-loving bunch, too. I mean, presumably Gavin finds spreadsheets fun and loves them, so he counts, too. Don't worry, Gavin, you still count. Dream job? I don't know. Maybe. But it's an absolute blast, definitely. Cool, okay. Skipping ahead some more. So we want to go to where Percy and Gavin are. Okay. Now, before we start this, I need to go and deal with the bread situation. So I'll leave you with this calming music, and I'll be back momentarily. Just hang tight, guys. Okay, I am back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. So let's go into this whole skee ball thing. I weave my way through waves of children towards the skee ball machines. One little girl sitting at the end of a skee ball ramp crying, no parent in sight to settle her, so the task falls to me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing, what with lawsuit-happy parents lurking over by the vending machines, ignoring their kids, but floor attendant Crystal decided to take the case all the same. Hey, my name's Crystal and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Her sobbing pauses as she looks up at me.
I lost my tickets. Someone stole them from me. I played and won a bunch of them, but then I put them down and I was talking to a friend, and now they're gone.
I glance around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could be.
I don't even have any more tokens to play with. I spent them on a ski ball and my tickets are all gone now.
Easy. Well, figure this out somehow. Although I've got no clue where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crime? Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area, based on where Moopy's positioned. Gavin has the ticket desk, a veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could just bend the rules and solve this directly. Percy! Okay, don't worry. I'll get your tickets back, one way or another. Really, Miss Crystal? Wait right here. I'll be back in a jiff. I walk up to Percy, tapping him on the shoulder to get his attention. We gotta stop meeting like this. Tap, tap, tap. Sorry to interrupt, but that girl in pink over there? Someone stole her tickets. I was hoping you saw something.
Oh.
He frowns a little, looking slightly embarrassed.
Well,
Sorry, love. I've been pretty deep into this run. Wasn't exactly paying attention. Poor girl. The ruffians absconded with her tickets, you say?
Oh, Dreamy Kiwi, she introduced herself right when she first talked to her, so that's how she knew her name. Yeah, well, I can't exactly expect you to babysit. I'll just go check with Gavin.
Now, no need for that. This obstacle can be removed rather readily. And perhaps be an object lesson as well.
No, you're not dumb at all, Dreamy Kiwi. Not at all. I've read something, gone to the next line, and immediately forgotten what I've read before, so you're good. He steps away, letting his extra lives croak one by one. Something more important has clearly captured his attention.
hello.
Hello.
My name's Percy. You say you need tickets.
Yeah, I wanted to get the colored crayons.
50 tickets if I recall. Tall order, but certainly achievable. Here, let me show you the best way to reach your goal.
He leads our little group a short ways over to a game of colorful spinning lights.
Skee ball, even when played well, has an expected value of 4 tickets per token. But this game has an EV of 8. 10 if you're sharp enough.
He demonstrates, dropping in a token. The lights start swirling around and around, until he snaps out and pushes the single control button with perfect timing, capturing the light right between 2 pink goalposts. 12 tickets come streaming out of the slot, the maximum possible per token.
Lovely.
Simple, yes. Here, I can spot you some tokens to get started.
He produces a short stack of brassy tokens from the ample supply in his pockets. But the girl just sort of stares at the game, confused.
Huh? But this game's really boring.
Pardon me?
Boring. It's got colorful lights, see? And it pays very well.
Oh no, Gigi. Yes, I remember saying that. Did I jinx you? If so, I'm sorry.
But it's boring. I like rolling the ski balls into the holes.
You want those crayons, yes? And this is the most efficient way to get them.
The girl sighs, disappointed, but she's not crying anymore. The distraction was enough to crack her out of the feedback loop of despair, I guess. She hands the tokens back, the stack clinking lightly into Percy's open hand.
Thank you. Thanks, mister, but I got other crayons at home. I guess I'll just use those.
Not exactly cheered up, but not exactly weeping, she mixes back into the crowd to find her friends and play with them instead. Oh, okay, it's like literal rain. GG. Oh no. I've been waiting for rain here. We got like 5 minutes this afternoon, that's about it.
Huh. Well, my apologies, Crystal. Seems I've let you both down. Although, I must confess to be rather puzzled by this. If you have a clear and distinct goal, what's so bad about accomplishing it by the most direct means?
She's 5. I think she cares more about fun than expected value.
Well,
I'll admit my experience with children is unorthodox. I suppose it best to admit my failure in this moment and move on.
I'd let it ride, but curiosity takes me. Skee-ball's more competitive than Stop the Light. I guess number 2, probably. Hang on, you spend all day, every day, playing Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, and that doesn't offer any tickets or rewards of any sort.
There's a high score.
Right, but are you really only playing for the score? Surely you find the game itself fun. I mean, what drew you to Moopy in the first place? Why that game for your score challenge? That question puts him at unease. He pauses, unable to smoothly deliver an answer.
well,
It's a bit personal, really.
Oh no, Gigi. Ugh. Big oof. I'm so sorry.
Not that I'm offended, oh, no. I just mean, it was a very personal decision to take up this particular challenge. This game. A mixture of nostalgia and a promise to keep.
He shakes his head.
I suppose this isn't the time or place. Others need your help today, Crystal. And this old man's got a game to get back to.
much obliged.
But thank you for trying to help that girl. And thanks for allowing me to try to help. Even if we both struck out, it shows character.
Percy returns to his game, having lost most of his extra lives, but doesn't seem to mind the setback. If anything, he's smiling more than he was a minute ago. Right. That's that sorted out. But the other 2 situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? Who is low? Oh my goodness, we're so even. Okay. We really... I think we might be able to get points with both Naomi and Ashley if we do the cupcake one. Potentially. Potentially. It's a potential. Let's go over there and see what happens. Okay. Let's try to save them both again. Ah! There I go. My cupcake foo was not strong enough. I must now go meditate under a waterfall and train for 10 years. Let's try... I think we've done the bottom one before, but I want to see if I get points with both of them. Oh, I haven't done the bottom one before. Well, let's see what happens with this. I can always hit the laundromat, no problem. But what about you 2? Naomi, new apron? Ashley, want me to get you a club soda?
I need to check my tools, make sure none of them got wrecked. But I'm good otherwise. I'm just glad the game's safe. And thanks for the offer, but I'll tend to my costume myself. Devil's in the details, you know. Anyway, thanks, Crystal.
That was a complete mess, but I guess it could have been more of a complete mess if you hadn't done that.
See ya.
I better get back to fixing this joystick. You should clean up and get back to it also. The party's still going. Good luck! Yeah! Good luck and hey, good work! If you'll excuse me, I need to go clean up poor Pinky a bit. Yay, we got points with both of them! Alright, small child that I get too personal with. I'm gonna be real quirky with you. You know, Mikey, things feel bad now. But they could be worse. Invaders from Mars could swoop in and dress everybody in silly hats.
What?
Just think about it. Everybody wearing really silly hats. They're all so embarrassed that they hand over the Earth to the aliens. And that's when the dinosaurs show up. The kid stares at me, not sure if he's curious or confused. Okay, so the dinosaurs start fighting the aliens, but they smash all the schools, and that means you don't have to have homework anymore. And that's when the monsters start showing up because the aliens and dinosaurs are making too much noise and they can't sleep. Next thing you know, it's just monsters and aliens and dinosaurs smashing everything, and nobody's having any fun at all except them.
That's silly. That's really silly.
You're smiling, aren't you? He nearly drops the smile on realizing he's wearing one. When you're sad or when you're mad, just think to yourself, it could be worse. Then invent some silly way it could be worse. Soon you won't feel so bad. And hey, at least there's no dinosaurs smashing things, right?
Right.
Hey, you know one great way to make friends? Jokes, stories, having fun. I bet if you went back out there, you'd find someone who'd laugh at a silly story about dinosaurs and aliens and robots.
There's robots too?
There's all the robots! If you want them to be. How about it? Let's go back to the party. And you can meet some new friends if you try.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go talk to them. I'll talk about the robot dinosaurs.
Alright, tell them all about Horizon Forbidden West. Go get him, Mikey. I take his hand to lead him out to the main room. Okay, that actually went better than I was envisioning. I really thought that was going to blow up in my face. Huzzah! Alright, let's go hang out with Percy. He's finally finished his Moopy game and ready to leave. Having finished today's high score run, Percy's relaxing a bit by the Moopy machine, just casually browsing on his phone before he heads off.
Quite good.
Ah, good. Market's up. My morning trades will cash out nicely.
And the Moopy score?
Oh, quite terrible, I'm afraid. I had to restart twice.
Meaning he played literally 75 cents worth of gaming all day long. Yow!
Still, keeps my skills sharp, yes? Practice, practice, practice. Plus, it was quite pleasant, seeing all those kids having such a good time in the Funplex. I always play better when people around me are happy.
Except for the ones screaming and throwing cupcakes, or being hassled by angry parents, or having their stuff stolen, or...
True. Your job does, by its very nature, bring you into contact with those who are specifically not happy. Chin up, love. There are good days and bad days, true, but an arcade is a place where the good ones outnumber the bad. It's a palace of dreams, you see.
I glance around at the palace, which is little more than a hole in the wall of the Twin Pines Mall. It's no Deco's palace, though. That guy's a millionaire. Maybe I can just work the good days and call in sick for the bad ones. Is that why you keep coming back? Your dreams? I like 2 and 3. What do you guys think? Okay, nice, Gigi. I will look for that later. For sure, for sure. I want to see this crazy rain you're getting. Okay, Westwood thinks 2. Ladies first votes 3. Samantha's 3. Sweet Bean says 2. Kit says 2. Oh my goodness. We're pretty even on this. 2. Okay. I think... Man, it's pretty even. I'm gonna get the coin out. Heads, we're gonna do quirky. Tails, we're gonna do basic. Alright, coin, don't slip out of my hand this time. Hiya! Tails. It's gonna be 3. I know, don't drop it. I didn't drop it this time. So what's your dream then? Aside from Moopy? Or is that basically it? Just nailing the world record?
Oh, astute, aren't we? I suppose I'm here for more than the hot quarter pumping action. More than to relish in the smiles on those around me.
Unpleasant memories.
It's a bit more of a personal matter, and not an entirely gentle or pleasant tale. I've no intention of bringing down your bad day another notch with the story. You should focus on the here and now. You've survived a birthday party. That's worth celebrating. Well, if you'll excuse me, I should really be heading home now. Job well done and all that. For both of us.
Cheerio then?
Yes, yes. Tip-top cheerio, governor. Fish and chips. Bob's your uncle and whatnot. Or, you know, I could simply say goodbye.
That also works. Chip chip cheerio. Percy, please, you make me fall in love with you even more. Oh, no problem, Dreamy Kiwi. I'll keep an eye out for when you're leaving. Hope you have fun at your Taekwondo class, for sure. Well, with things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door, and that's skipping through stuff. It's a Funplex. A literal plex of fun. Naomi's fun is in caring for the game she loves. Percy's fun is chasing his dream of a high score. Your fun is keeping every plate spinning, Gavin. Compromise. Settling for what you can get. I know both by heart. I've been compromising my whole life. But that's behind me. I'm here to have fun. And I'm betting you are too. He looks so sad. Fun. Alright, that's where we're at right now. We are very unbalanced and unbold. Okay, see you, Dreamy Kiwi. Good luck at your Taekwondo class. You got this. Oh, I'm continuing for sure. I've only been going for not even an hour yet. We're gonna keep going for sure, Westwood.
Percy seems to like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. Clearly, you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 6,650 points. Nice! Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2?
Yes. Put it right there. Alright, continuing on. Chapter 1 is done. That is good. Okay, so we saw a couple new things with Percy in Chapter 1, which was delightful. I think this is the one where we take him out to lunch and learn about his sister, potentially. Oh, or is this all dedicated to Polybius? This might just be the Polybius one. If so, we're going to be skipping a lot in this one, which is okay. Hi, Juniper. But I shouldn't feel upset about this. I've been genuinely enjoying my time at the Funplex. It's been a bundle of laughs, and not the so sad I'm laughing variety either. That's so sad. It's okay. Okay, Percy, what you up to? I know Percy is cool with people interrupting his Moopy mania, but I still prefer to wait until he's taking a break between rounds. Looks like good timing for lunch. You might be right, Game Dan. It might have only ended up being 3 streams with all the skipping. Yeah, it didn't take very long at all, that's true. Percy's flipping through messages on his phone in a highly bored manner when I walk up to him. Hey, Percy. How's Moopy today?
Oh, pretty bad performance overall. I haven't even cleared 1 million for the day. And a few of my stock picks are down. Bad luck overall.
Lovely day.
But on the whole, can't complain. Every die is a gift. So, do you need something, Crystal?
To be honest, if I don't get out of here and get my mind off of things, I'm gonna melt down. I was thinking lunch. You had lunch yet?
Don't you usually have those little pizzas?
You noticed, huh?
I subsisted on peanut butter sandwiches for a time. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Crystal. Life has ups and downs. Seeing as you're looking to avoid the downs at the moment, by all means, let's go fetch some lunch. If I may suggest our destination. You haven't been to the whole store yet, have you?
The donut shop?
Donut shop and used bookstore. They have pastries and sandwiches and the like. It's a charming little cafe at heart. If you'd be kind enough to accompany me. Unless you'd rather we have little pizzas.
Donuts and books? A winning combination.
Much obliged.
Then let us be off.
That's true, Game Dan. We might be done with the game faster than I originally thought. Each route we're just seeing less and less, so the potential is there for sure. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly, I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for. No more, no less. I couldn't say I'd been a part of any community outside the immediate circle of my co-workers. Whereas the others visited Whole frequently. Percy leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I'd ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20. Beep! Who buys books in a brick-and-mortar stores anymore? But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Percy secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System?
I'll have a Douglas Adams. Don't worry, they know my order. And it's my treat, yes?
I mumble out a thanks, trying not to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. Hello, you two. And yes, Catherine, maybe not quite 100 episodes. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like, a super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle special surprise with orange juice. I'll have the Shell Silverstein.
1 chocolate with sprinkles and juice. Coming up.
How long is the letter going to be? We're getting down there, ladies first. We're actually getting there. I think maybe like 3, no more than 4 videos for sure to do all the variant endings in that, and then after that it'll just be the true ending. So potentially like the end of September, early October? After the letter, I think what I'm going to do is play Life is Strange 2. I've been wanting to, not Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange 3, sorry. I've been wanting to play that for ages, so I think that's what I'm going to try and play next, is Life is Strange 3. The pair waves the next customer in as I return to Percy's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray.
I'd have warned you, but honestly, Ben and Matt are best experience without spoilers.
Thanks, Percy. Oh good, I'm glad that Game Dan and Catherine are looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it too. I've been very good about avoiding spoilers for that game. So I'm I'm glad to finally get into it and then not have to worry about spoilers anymore. Aw, thanks, Game Dan. I know Yuli said the same. He's also been avoiding Life is Strange 3 because he wanted to be fresh with me. And I'm like, oh man, I really gotta get to that. So I'm dedicated. After the letter's done, we're doing Life is Strange 3 for sure. Ah, yes. You smell that beautiful trauma. Well, it wouldn't be Life is Strange without some trauma. But yeah, I'm excited to finally play that. I've been wanting to play it for ages. Ages and ages. Where was I here?
They invited me to their wedding, you know. I was new in town back then, but... well, they're kind-hearted, to say the least.
Percy opens the Douglas Adams book they gave him with his biscuits, but only peruses it lightly out of politeness to the booklenders. Soon we've devoured our food. It's probably not a very nourishing lunch all told, there we go. But the sweet treat does wonders for my mood. Except Percy definitely picks up on something being a little off. Are they good? They are good. I understand why some people, like, you have to, I don't know. I'm trying to think how to word this exactly. Like, it's very teen. It's very young adult novel, you know? So if you're not into that genre at all, then I feel like you wouldn't enjoy it. But if that's your thing, I think they are enjoyable games. I personally enjoy them. I mean, sometimes I'm like, teens. But overall, I'm like, I was that age. I remember. So it feels realistic, and there's always like fun game mechanics involved as well. I personally like the interactions between characters the most. They do a really good job of writing complicated characters, where it's like, you are a terrible person, but I still kind of feel bad for you, so they're good at giving you those complicated feelings towards characters. Yeah, gray characters, exactly. They're very good at writing gray characters. So I personally enjoy that very much about those games. Oh yeah, you're trying to figure out what game to play while listening to the stream? What are you trying to decide between, Game Dan? Oh, thanks, Samantha. Thank you. Yeah, hope I'll look forward to playing that for sure. For sure. I played League and Apex to the stream. Nice. Oh, that's awesome, Gigi. Okay, Percy, I'll give you my undivided attention.
Penny for your thoughts.
It's complicated.
Penny for my thoughts, then. No need to share yours if you're in no mood.
Okay. Seriously, why Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze?
Why not?
Because there's easier high scores out there to knock over. I looked it up on Twin Galaxies last night. That score stood for 30 years.
And that's the challenge, isn't it? But I suppose it's not entirely the challenge that appeals to me. It's... well, how to put this? It's personal.
Alright, we're gonna get into the personal stuff. Ooh, Game Den, that is a very hard choice. I like both of those things. Ooh. Yeah, both types of those games are my thing, so I can see why you're having difficulty choosing. If you don't want to talk about it...
No, it's fine. I don't mind telling you, Crystal. I wouldn't tell a complete stranger, but... we're hardly strangers yet.
Put simply, Moopy is... it was my little sister's favourite game. Dear little Stella. My sister was a child prodigy. A leap ahead of the curve in every respect. Sharpest mind. Cleverest wit. The warmest heart.
Aw. Oh no, Kit, I'm sorry. Bob, leave Kit alone. Gosh darn it. Stop picking. Stop picking on people.
Mm-hmm.
And mazes. Oh, how she loved mazes. She had a gift for pattern recognition and optimization. A gift and a passion. It thrilled her to no end to take on a mental challenge and defeat it soundly. We got her books and books filled with mazes and puzzles, and she'd clear one of them every day. Always wanted more to fill her dreary hours. But only so many mazes. To solve the problem, I got her a handheld game console and a copy of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Honestly, at the time, I knew next to nothing of video games. A friend of mine in arithmetic class suggested it. It took every scrap of pocket change I could muster behind that game for her. My family had next to no money, you see. A nobody family in a nothing village. Well, I suppose you can relate, yes?
I can relate, yes. You noticed the pizza bagels, huh? We started out with money, I guess, but that didn't last long. Eventually, things like video games were just out of reach. My parents loved me and tried so hard, but, well, the family curse kept getting in the way. Downsizing, pink slips, bad luck again and again.
And yet here you are, doing what you love, despite it not quite alleviating all hardships.
I made my choice. It's going to be fine. Everything is fine.
As you say. So, the game helped feed my sister's need for greater and greater challenges. That's the key to Mr. Moopy, you see. It generates pseudo-random mazes.
Pseudo? As opposed to...
Well, it's early 1980 Pete technology. Depending on your path through the mazes, you can precede the randomness. It's part of the challenge, playing the game of the game. And Stella could play the game of the game like no other. Better than I could, even. She'd no doubt have beaten the high score by now. Her name, up in lights, as the champion to unseat a 30-year legacy. And that's why I'm a maniac for Mr. Moopy.
I wait for him to continue, but... No, that's it. I think I understand, though. This is so sad. I just want to hug this guy forever. You keep using the past tense when describing your sister. I'm sorry for your loss, Percy. I'm sure she was every bit as bright and clever and warm as you described. I wish I could have met her.
Thank you, Crystal. Her loss is... It certainly left a hole in the world. When she passed a few years ago, all her potential, all her brilliance, gone.
Percy sighs deeply, letting the memory wash over him. And pass.
If not for the heart condition, despite everything we tried, everything I did, in the end, it was simply too much. And now, Mr. Moopy's my connection to Stella. She dreamed of beating it, but the little handheld version she had wasn't quite the equal of the original. So, one day, I'm going to take down the score. And I'm going to do it in her name. I'll put her initials at the top of that scoreboard. S.I.S.
So cute.
3.5 million points by Percival James Sinclair. Earned in honor of Stella Isabel Sinclair. I know that on that day, somewhere she'll be smiling at me and saying, "Good show, Percy. Good show."
Despite the sadness of the story, I can't help but smile at the ending. Well, on the day you beat the score for her, floor attendant Crystal will be there to cheer you on.
Thank you, love. It's appreciated.
Beep beep.
Lunch break's over.
Back to the grindstone, eh?
The arcade's not that grindy.
Curious. Well, if you'll pardon the obtuse observation, you do seem to be going through the motions.
Huh? No, I'm not. I'm having a blast there.
Bah, doing what needs doing, yes.
Of course. I'm a diligent employee.
I suppose it's a question of ambition. But it's not my place to judge. And you've work to do, yes?
Be seeing ya.
Go on, go on. I'll return the tray and our books.
Can't say I get what he meant by that. But he's right about one thing. There's work to do. I take my leave to return to the Funplex. Alright, well, I don't think we'll see Percy for the rest of this. I might burn it down, though. Okay. Who is lower, Gavin or Naomi? Gavin. Okay. Sorry, Naomi. Gavin's right. Hamza! It's so nice to see you again. Seeker of Antiquity? Okay, so now who's lower? Naomi or Gavin? They're equal. Okay, so I get to flip a coin for this one. Heads, Naomi. Tails, Gavin. Hiya! Heads. Okay. Naomi. His initials are PJs? JJ, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. I think Naomi likes kindly. Let's try kindly. Okay, that worked. Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make their vision blurry. How about we buy some cheap and common games and gut them for spare CRTs? Okay, let's try one. I think I did 3 before. Hey, cheap and easy solution to that. Install an LCD and buy a baseball bat. When someone drops a quarter in, bonk him on the head. There's always the chance to get amnesia and become a JRPG protagonist as a result, though. Yay! That was great.
You know, if not for the massive lawsuits, I'd love to see you try that. But seriously, it's important to use the right part for the right job. When fixing up a modern game, for instance, I wouldn't force it to use a tube.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm secretly the royal heir of a distant land, Hamza. Did you know? Okay. It should be Gavin. I'll just double check, but it should be Gavin. Yep, Gavin's turn. I think 2 was the right one. Let's try this. Okay. Wait, you have an iris too?
I suppose.
I can't say I like it, but yes. A premium iris account. You have the free version, correct? I doubt it would be capable of a complex query such as this.
Interesting. Oh, because we haven't spent as much time with him this time, so he's not onto the fact that ours is a little more advanced than it should be. It's important to Naomi. The term "I want PJs" has forever been changed. Amazing, GG. Well, all we can do is play the game. Summon a cleric. Ah, Naomi's our cleric this time.
This foul monster is not your Rumi, Crystal. I can see her true heart beating underneath the illusion.
I banish this falsehood to show the kindness at the heart of the beast. Cleric used empathy. It's super compassionate. No! Summon the tank. Ah, Percy's our tank. Yes.
I've known you, Shade. You've lurked in my own heart many a year, haven't you? But I know that there are others who love me, even if they're no longer with me. I still remember their smiles. I'd like to see Crystal smile again, so I'll stand by her side for however long she needs someone to lean on. I promise.
Aw, Percy, even in Polybius, you're so sweet. Guardian, use empathy! It's super compassionate! No! I will turn the Funplex into a palace of fun! Deco's palace thinks they're big time, huh? Wait till they get a load of Crystal's palace. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond just doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the Funplex. Rescue Donna. We care about you. Okay. I am going to go for Phrase Invaders because that's my favorite. Oh right, I forgot that that affected Naomi and Gavin. Oh well, I still like Phrase Invaders. I offer you a joke, Hamza. And in return, you will give me a game. I offer you a joke.
Interesting. Continue.
What do you call an arcade game that involves you hitting avocados with a hammer?
Hamza does not know. What do you call an arcade game that involves you hitting avocados with a hammer?
Guac-a-mole. Guacamole? Is that how you say it? Guacamole? That's the worst. Crystal, you should be ashamed of yourself. So many dots.
I accept your offer. The game is yours.
Gavin is so unimpressed. That was great.
You have got to be kidding me.
I thought it was funny. Naomi, I love you for lying to me. I win a game, yay! I did it. Alright, and that's where we are.
Percy seems to like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. Clearly, you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 10,050 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3?
Yes. And while this loads up the next thing, I'm gonna go check on my bread. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I am back. Thank you guys for waiting once again. My bread is almost risen to the right size to be put in the oven. So Da has offered to bake it for me. Because it's almost ready. So he'll set a timer and put it in. Which is great, so I don't need to go check it anymore. It's almost done. Good, good, good. And I saw your pun in chat, ladies, first. That's pretty good. Alright, let's smile through this. Okay, so what are we going to call the event? It's gotta be something Percy related. How about PJ's Palace? Or should we save that for... Should we save that for the next arcade? I'm thinking PJ's Palace, though. Pac-Man? Oh, we could call it Pac-Man. Hello, Cotton Candy Wolf. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Revenge of the Funplex? Ooh. Purr fun. Okay, we'll save PJ's Palace for the new arcade. Palooza? Security breach. Palooza. Ooh, that sounds fun. Let's see if that fits. It might not. It does! I like that. Palooza. Perfect. Alright. That's what we'll call this. That works. We shall call it Palooza. Alright, and I'm taking over. I want to join in. Let's see. Tea, Earl Grey hot. And... where are we with you two? Okay, so Ashley is higher than Teo, so we're gonna go hang out with Teo first.
Hell yeah!
He was so excited. Have I ever started dancing? I usually hug him and he likes that. I'm gonna try starting dancing and see what happens. There is only one thing to do to fix this. Dance! I start doing the only dance I ever bothered learning. The Macarena. I shake my body as rhythmically as I can and outstretch my right arm, then the left. My hands follow suit up to my head, my hips, and then give a little wiggle. I bend once at the knees before jumping up and turn to the side, only to do it all again.
What in Shiva's name are you doing? Are you seriously doing the Macarena right now?
What? You don't like it?
I didn't until right now.
That was great! Oh, I love that. Teo looks way more relaxed now. He's laughing and smiling like he normally does.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great. Whew. A Showtime stage tournament. There we go. Percy's idly playing a round of Nibbler. Alright. Let's go see what that's all about. Percy's poking his way around the mazes of Nibbler, but without the gusto he normally reserves for Moopy. Hey, Percy.
Hello, hello.
Oh, good to see you, Crystal. So, how goes your day? Any way I can help?
Actually, right now I'm thinking of taking a break from being the Palooza hypes person. Man, that is a mouthful. You want to talk or something? I mean, if you're not busy.
Oh, I don't chase Nibbler scores. The fellow who holds this record deserves to hold it for some time to come. I'm just goofing off, I suppose. Right. Shall we depart?
The two of us find a semi-quiet spot between two display booths to take a breather from all the digital hustle and bustle of the arcade scene.
Anyway, Nibbler's no Moopy. It lacks the depth of a good Moopy run, in my humble opinion.
So, aside from Nibblerine, how's Max treating you?
Can't complain. Some good retro games on display, a few rares, a few imports. I'm always happy with the diversity of titles available here. I've come to Max every year since Stella passed away, I suppose. Since I inherited her love of arcade games.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to drag that up again.
Oh, no. No need to apologize. The fact remains that Max is quite a spectacle, yes. And I do so love the games here, just like Naomi. Honestly, I was thinking of trying to buy one from its owner. Buy it and donate it to the Funplex. I've no room in my tiny little flat for a game, but if I can give it a good home, why not? That way Gavin can't complain, yes? At worst, it's taking up a slot on the floor and some wattage per month. Everybody walks away happy. Money well spent, eh?
Okay. Now a lot of little bits of Percy's backstory just aren't fitting together. What's the best way to phrase this? You don't need to spend your hard-earned cash on us. We're happy just having you around the Funplex. If you can toss around the green like that, why live in a tiny little flat? How do you earn all that money anyway? You mentioned day trading, but... I mean, he could just choose not to live. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have to live in a big house. Some people like small places. Yeah, I'm thinking 1 too, guys. Let's do 1 and see what happens. Percy, buying Naomi a game would be a kindness, to be sure, but don't feel you have to do it. I know a lot of folks in the gaming industry see someone like you as a whale they can milk for every dollar, but you should keep your money. We're doing fine. Aw. Yeah, ladies first, I agree. The others seemed rude. They came across that way to me too.
It's only dosh, love. What's the point of it if it's not being spent on something you love? And I love the Funplex. And, if it's not too forward for me, you and everyone there.
Aw, Percy. But you just said you live in a tiny place. Couldn't you afford something better? Something more comfortable?
Suppose I may as well explain. You know I've little care for money, despite having plenty thereof. That's because I was never earning it with intent to spend a single pence on myself. It was for Stella. All of it. Every pound and every dollar.
Oh.
When we finally understood why she'd always been weak and sickly, my parents searched far and wide for a heart specialist that could cure her. But the only one who'd work with pediatric patients was in America, and my family certainly couldn't afford anything like that. Not the travel, not the treatments. They'd already spent everything they had on my tuition. I'd be the first thing clear to get through university. I dropped out immediately, but it wasn't enough. And with the American healthcare system being what it is, well, I decided to take action.
And the fiercest look I'd ever seen on the ordinarily mellow features of Percy Sinclair made itself known.
Crystal, you know firsthand that our society can be rough on those without the means to survive. The poor apparently don't deserve good health, according to some. So I decided not to be poor. By my intellect, I set those wheels in motion. Just as Stella put her mind to mazes, I put my mind to money. I studied, I researched, I practiced with small amounts of seed money. I lost and took out loans and tried again and again. I only slept and ate as much as I had to. This was my singular defining purpose in life. To save Stella from a world that happily dooms the sick and poor. Within months, the loans were paid, and I was growing the war chest for my dear sister's battle. We immigrated to America together, my parents choosing to stay behind. And with plenty of zeros on hand, the doctors were all too happy to admit Stella for their treatment program.
There's pride in his voice now. Satisfaction at a job well done. Which tapers away rather quickly.
And it wasn't enough. I told you that part of the story. She passed a few years ago. Simply too far gone to survive.
Man, what a punch to the gut. After all that hard work. Man.
If only I'd been faster. If only I'd been richer. If only we'd caught her condition sooner. If only.
Man, my dude, you did everything you possibly could. Everything.
I am truly God's fool. Having lost the very thing I was trying to save, and yet with so much comfortable money to sleep on, how bitter I felt.
I see. It was never for you. It was always meant for her.
Indeed. All for her. Therefore, I'm all too happy to use what I've gathered to make the world around me a better place. It can't have been for nothing. It can't.
Why do I get the feeling you're also punishing yourself because you weren't fast enough? You know, in quotes, fast enough. Like, well, I didn't save my sister that I was working so hard to save, so I don't deserve to be comfortable now. It's like penance almost. Aw, Percy! I want to give you a big hug.
As for me, I don't need much in life. I don't mind living frugally, honestly. And my day trading plus long-term investments continue to keep things floating.
So, you've devoted your free time to that high score in her memory.
It's silly, I know. Silly and sentimental. Suppose I'm just a silly and sentimental old fool. And I'm okay with that.
So... Oh my god. After all that, you would pick number one? Oh my god. Okay, look, I need to pick one for science. I don't think that's a good choice, but I need to know. I need to know. I have the scroll wheel of time traveling. We will come back and do 3. I need to know what one is. I need to know. GG, I love the duality there. It's like, I also would not feel comfortable using that money to make myself comfortable. But, at the same time, you want to be my sugar daddy? I'm doing it, guys! I'm doing it! What's a gal gotta do to get in on the Percy Sinclair Philanthropy Fund? I'm multi-talented. I could brush your teeth for you, or fetch your slippers. Oh, man, I can't believe he liked that. Oh, that's too funny.
Oh. You're a kiddier, you are, Crystal. I've pledged to mix my charitable optimism with investment pragmatism.
I can't believe that worked. Well, I guess we don't need time traveling after all.
I can't save everyone, and I can't uplift every cause. I look for maximum effect, promising charities making an impact, and dreams which could soar if supported. So, as much as I'd likely enjoy being the Funplex's patron, well...
We're too risky an investment right now.
Apologies, love, but quite on the money there.
That's why I'm here, at Max. Promoting Palooza, which I named after you. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the Funplex on the map. Not just for my own sake, but for everybody. Including you.
And I'll be right there, beating the world record. You got my word on that, Crystal. That's my contribution. For now.
I wouldn't want the crystal bod. I know, so buff.
You know, twice you've let me talk your ear off with my sad, sad stories. That's a kindness I won't soon forget. But for now, I really should be getting back to Max. Perhaps you'll allow me to weep on your shoulder another day.
Count on it. Anytime, my dude.
Cheers, love.
The two of us make our way back to the mini Funplex. Him to resume gaming, me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again. Man, that was amazing. Oh, Percy, we don't deserve you. Okay. We should be doing Ashley now, I think? Yes. Okay. Ashley girl. Fetch my maid outfit. It is time for the heist. I'm so cute. Adorable. Let me through this. Nice. I don't think we've done 3 yet. Let's try 3. I freeze in place. There really isn't much we can do at this point, except pray and hope. I pray to whatever gods that will listen that something will divert the Max Enforcer's attention away from the hallway we are in. I can feel my breath laboring as a bead of sweat rolls down my forehead. The steps are so close now, in any second we will be spotted, and then carted off to jail. I'm too young and beautiful for the death penalty, I tell you! Blessed be the meek who rely on the grace of the phone companies. Amazing. Hello? Yeah, I'm on break. What's up? Uh-huh. Yeah? For real? People are always crowding the mega indie arcade area. Okay, I'll be right there. The enforcer continues grumbling as he hangs up his phone. And we hear the steps reverse and go back whence they came. Ashley and I sigh happily as we no longer hear the footfalls. We wait 1 more minute just in case before proceeding around the corner. Phew. I think this one was good for her. Yes. It was exhausting. My brain and body cannot function after today. I am drained from all facets of my being. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Oof, I am so tired. You did great work. Alright, good. Oh, ladies first has to get going. Well, we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us this evening for the stream. It was nice having you. Take care.
Percy seems to like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. Clearly you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 12,600 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 4?
Yes. That was so quick. We be zooming, guys. Even with my constant bread checking. Player versus player. Alright. That's a good question, Kit. I'm not sure what the high score is. I have wondered that. Ah, Percy.
Relax, love. You've got this. It's your time in the spotlight. Just smile and enjoy it.
I attempt my best smile. It comes out as a rictus grin of terror. Did I see Zach's comment? The one about the crystal bod? Was that the one? I thought I had commented on it. But I think I might be missing something there. I think I commented on it, but didn't quite get it. Possibly. Are you ready for your high score run at least?
Camera set up to record the whole thing. Got the most comfortable stool in the house to sit on. And official scorekeepers are on hand to referee. I'm good.
Okay, I did comment on it and laughed. Okay, we good then. I'm like, I thought I saw it. Didn't I? Was that only in my mind that I replied? Which, to be fair, has happened. It has happened where I've replied in my mind and not replied verbally. And like, I thought I did a thing. Nope, just in my own mind.
Lovely.
With you cheering me on, I know I'll be a champion standing by the end.
As long as we're both standing at the end, I'll be proud enough.
Let's get started. See you on the floor.
Alright, let's do this thing. Okay, we've done that one before. Okay, I have to do kind for this one. Oh, what am I doing? I need to actually talk to you, Percy. I was so caught up in the speeding through. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Percy! World record time. You up for this?
Absolutely.
Whoa. Okay, he definitely looks focused today. Not his usual softly smiling self.
Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I'll submit it as a new high score to defeat. The culmination of years of effort, all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me, but today it's also for you.
For the Funplex, you mean?
For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing a dream, always grasping just out of reach. I'd hate to let you all down.
Morale improvement systems online! Aim the encouragement cannons! Okay, now we'll do this. And yeah, Kit, I've never heard of lime ice cream, but now I kind of want to try it. Percy, I know how much this game means to you. How much it meant to your sister as well. But trust me on this. Our loved ones care for us regardless, no matter where they are now. And even if you don't make the score today, she loves you. I know she'd be proud.
Quite right, quite right. I'm glad I told you about her, Crystal. That I shared my pain with you. Today, I'll turn that pain into joy by conquering Moopy in her name. Very well. For Stella, for myself, for you and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all.
Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Alright, now we can skip again. You got this, girl. You good, Iris. So what is... I can't remember who is where. I think Percy is his own event later, so let's try this one. Yeah, like I don't think we've ever done the snack machine, so now I need to know. Button mashing is thirsty work, and right away from the red lights on the soda machine I know exactly what is wrong. The waters of life, the dew that flows from the mountains have dried up. What gives? It's completely empty! Shouldn't they have stocked up before a big event? We did stock up! They just drank it all faster than expected, and there's no more in the back to replace it. Ah! I need more caffeine! More caffeine! think you've had enough there, buddy. Conspiracy theory.
They sell us all these salty snacks from one machine and empty our wallets into the other. It's all part of the Grand Master Plan.
Pretty sure nothing we do here is organized enough to be considered a Grand Master Plan. Although, maybe I should run this by Gavin. He might have a way to turn this conspiracy theory into reality. We want soda! We want soda! Ashley is doing her best to intervene, but a giant flamingo isn't really distracting enough to keep a bunch of thirsty gamers at bay. How are we gonna fix this? Raid the whole story for more drinks. Let's see if Ashley has any ideas. Ashley, got a minute?
Oh, wow!
Whoa, wow. Whoa, some crowd, huh? Even it's a bit much. Yeah, about that. We're out of soda in the back. I mean, we've got the club soda I use to get stains out of the carpet, but... Any ideas on how to deal with this? Ow, GG. Oof, I am so sorry to hear that. Eek. Man, not having a good time today. And, no, Kit, I have not tried orange ice cream either. That also sounds delicious.
Funny, I was just thinking about how I could really go for a nice refreshing soda. But that's not happening right in the middle of this terrible drink shortage. Fortunately for you, I've got a few cases back home. I have a bit of a sweet tooth, and so do my friends. I call it our secret stash.
Wow, seriously?
Hey, all those late nights designing and sewing costumes don't come easy. Sometimes you just need an energy boost at 3 a.m.
Y'all are uncultured. I mean, you're not wrong, but also I've never seen lime ice cream or orange ice cream in the grocery stores where I am, so that's probably why I've never tried it. But I would try it if I could.
I text them to get it, but my hands are tied. Well, not so much tied as in covered in fuzzy flamingo felt, but you get what I'm throwing down.
Say no more. I can handle coordination. Just give me their names and I can figure it out from there.
Iris and Ashley quickly work out the details. Soon enough, we've got a herd of cosplayers on their way with replacement beverages 10 minutes out. On hearing the announcement that we'd be back in stock shortly, the crowd makes their approval known. You're a lifesaver, you two.
Aw, shucks.
No problem. You keep doing what you do best.
Bye-bye!
I'm gonna go back to keeping the kitties happy. And don't forget to save me a soda. Or 3.
Drinks are on the way, so we can mark this case closed. Where to next? I'll do heads for number 1 and tails for number 2. Whoop! Tails, okay. We'll skip through here. Bring in Gavin, because why not? Alright, let's look at Percy. The crowd around Percy is decent, but not the mob scenes we're seeing around Fists of Discomfort or the snack machines. Mostly curious onlookers watching Percy as he... loses the game? I don't think I've even seen a game over screen from Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Percy gives the joystick an angry smack before quickly pumping in another token and starting again. For that matter, I've never seen Percy actually angry. Even when his runs aren't going great, he's usually so chill about it all.
Oh, for sake.
Poor Percy. Another first, hearing Percy swear. I gotta step in. He needs some team support. Hey, Percy. Remember to breathe. In, out. In, out. You can do this. You've done this dozens of times before. He closes his eyes for a moment as the screen refreshes between 2 mazes.
Exactly. I've done this dozens of times before. Hundreds of times. So why am I actually losing? Blast it! I keep making stupid mistakes. Losing lives at an unacceptable rate. I should be building up a stock. A safety buffer for bad RNG manipulation runs or for taking quick breaks. Instead, I'm barely keeping my head above water. Truthfully, this is my second game over today. If this was some glitzy showpiece run at Deco's Palace with the big names in retro score-chasing play, I'd probably have shut down the whole show by now to save face.
It's early in the morning. You can afford a few mistakes, right?
Possibly. Possibly not. A 3.5 million world record run would take hours. I'm not sure there's enough hours left in the event, even if I was at peak performance.
Bloody hell. This isn't me. I should be better than this. I have to be better than this.
Oh, bugger it.
From earlier, it's clear he felt that achieving his dream alongside mine was important to him. And there's the not-so-small matter of doing it in honor of his sister. Honor, I suppose. He's British. Crystal, I need to change the spelling in my brain. First things first, he needs to stop for now and calm down. Playing angry clearly isn't working. What can I do to help here? Offer a hug. I make sure he sees the gesture coming, so he can wave it away if he doesn't consent. But he seems to sag a little, drooping as I give him a big side hug. I believe in you, Percy. I know you can do this. But you need to step away for a minute. Get your bearings. Come back and try again, okay?
Okay.
He steps away from the game and the crowd to take a breather.
Right.
You're right, of course. You're always right. Something of a beacon for us all, you know. Me included. Me especially.
Right. Step 2, as much as it may hurt him to admit it, he needs to accept the possibility that today just isn't the day. I've worked here long enough to know Percy's heart. He only finds peace in the game when he's at peace with himself. This pressure to succeed is too much. Percy, listen to me. Listen, please. Win or lose, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you, your friends are proud of you. And you know that Stella is proud of you too.
Didn't you already give me this speech earlier?
And is it any less true than it was this morning? If I'm repeating myself, it's only because I need you to hear my words. I am proud of you. And I'll say it until you believe it too.
I suppose you're right. I'm letting no one down today by my poor performance. No one. Except myself, really.
Rather unfortunate.
Would that I could simply take a mulligan and try again. Would that there was time.
If it's about winning the game while at Purpurpalooza...
No. Well, I'd love to do that, as I've noted, yes.
Well...
It's complicated. Nothing you need to worry yourself about.
Yeah, at least not for like 5 more minutes until I do have to worry about it. Percy.
Nothing to worry about at all.
See, when you say things like that, I worry. It's like that dog sitting in a burning room saying, "This is fine."
Pardon?
Person is apparently not hip to the memes of the youths, as he is an old.
Look, love, I'd stick around and chat, but if I'm to make this record, I should get back to it. Still, I'll try to take your words to heart. It's just another run. No more, no less. I have to see it that way, whether or not it's true. Now, you've got an event to manage here. I can play my best knowing you're doing your best out there.
You've got my word on that.
Right. Once more into the breach, Mr. Moopy?
And he's back.
Oh, sorry. Man, I just got sucked into some weird dimension. And he's back into the maze, zapping monsters, collecting treasures, looking for the exit. Time and time again. Something nasty is brewing here. He doesn't show what's going on beneath the surface to just anyone. I learned about tragedy in his past, yes, but for others? A smile, a nod, nothing more. Not sure I like that I'm now getting a smile, a nod, and nothing more. But I can't force it out of him. I'll check in with him later, just to be safe. Oh no, Samantha, Bob jump scared you? What did he do this time? Bob is really busy tonight. Alright. Let's see. We got Naomi, Gavin, Ashley, and Teo. Who is the lowest? Not Naomi, so it's between Gavin, Ashley, and Teo. Okay. We haven't done Ashley before. I want to, like, skip. So, I think I'll flip a coin between Gavin and Teo. Heads for Gavin, tails for Teo. Hiya! Tails! Alright, Teo. How's it going? Everybody needs a break sometimes, you know? Have we done this? Yes. Okay, good. Alright, now we go hang out with Percy again. Oh, just for a second the stream needed to load? My goodness. Freaking Bob, man. And that's true, Game Dan. Would prefer Bob to bots too. At least Bob can be... Well, actually, both Bob and the bots can be whacked with various tools and instruments. But still. Would prefer Bob over bots. I know our main event is Fist of Discomfort, but Percy's having a difficult day, judging by how frustrated he was this morning. I want to be there for the end of his run. The good news is that he's closing in on the world record, approaching 3.5 million. He sure is. Look at that! Oh man, he's so close. A small crowd is gathered to watch Percy's progress. Not as large a crowd as the one around Fist of Discomfort, but Retro still has a following in 20 beep, clearly. Almost there! You can do it! I gently pushed my way to the front of the crowd. Percy is deep in concentration as I see a bead of sweat slide down his brow. As much as I don't want to take his focus off of Moopy, Percy could use a little check-in. Almost there?
Almost there.
Mr. Moopy glides through maze after maze, point pressing by sticking around just long enough to grab all the dots to zap all the monsters before exiting stage left. His expression is dead serious, absolute focus, in the zone. But I know once he achieves this dream he's been reaching for, we'll get our happy Percy back from the zone. He's playing well, much better than this morning. Good to see. Any minute now. Just a matter of minutes before the world record is his at long last. That face doesn't look good.
Almost.
Percy?
Almost.
Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. That's not the look of someone in the zone. That's the look of someone in actual physical pain. Percy's face becomes a sharp grimace as his hand clutches around the joystick hard enough to send Mr. Moopy down a dead end. His right hand clutches at his chest, every muscle in his body tightening, sweats forming on his brow. If I didn't know any better, I'd think...
No, not now. Not now.
Oh no. Percy, your heart! Quickly, he grabs my jacket with the same ferocity he was grabbing at his shirt.
Please, just a few minutes. Don't do anything. Don't stop me yet. I can do this.
Sorry, Purpur. This is his dream, finally realized. Defeat the high score. My dream is a spectacular event, one which will make the Funplex soar. But neither of our dreams are worth his life. Iris, call 911, hurry!
On it!
I'm sorry, Percy. We need to get you to a hospital. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Reluctantly, he lets go of the joystick, leaning heavily on the cabinet as Moopy dies 1,000 deaths. At least without the need to focus on the game, he's calmer.
Don't blame yourself, please. It's not your fault. I just...
Shh. Ambulance will be here soon. You'll be fine, I promise, please.
Don't make promises that are beyond your ability to keep.
Gavin, can you help me? Nodding quickly, Gavin moves to Percy's side, assisting me in getting him off the stool and lying down on the ground. Gavin takes a moment to direct the ever-growing crowd. Funny how emergencies always draw way more attention than the event itself.
I need everyone to back away and give Percy some space. An ambulance will be arriving soon and I need a clear path.
The crowd murmurs, some of them feeling uncomfortable, wandering off to the Fist of Discomfort finals, which are clearly wrapping up from the sound of it. Others make a clear path but stand around watching and waiting.
This isn't how I wanted it to end.
It's not over. It's just over for now, okay? I'm with you. I'm here with you. Focus on me. We'll get through this.
I suppose. Thank you. I'm sorry to burden you with this.
A few minutes later, the ambulance approaches and 2 EMTs rush into the arcade, rolling along a stretcher. I go with them, of course, because this is my fault. I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I've been working hard to make what would have been a temporary job and a long string of temporary jobs into something more. Something I can believe in, but I didn't stop to think of what that would cost me and everyone around me. I wasn't a blood relative, but Percy insisted I stay with him the whole way through the admission process. I was there when the doctor explained that the tremor had passed, and with emergency medication and an overnight observation period, he'd likely be released the next day. And even as visiting hours dwindled away, I stayed at his bedside.
On the plus side, I'll be swimming in little pudding cups tonight, I suppose. Might be hard to sleep, what with all that free sugar.
Truth be told, he's in better spirits than I am.
I suppose you've sussed it all out by this point, haven't you?
About your condition. It's the same one that took your sister, isn't it?
Indeed. I'm a bit of a late bloomer compared to her, but it seems that this rare heart disease runs in my family. She had it. I've got it.
What about the treatments? The ones you came to America to get for her?
I tried the medication, but I'm just as unresponsive to it as she was. I suppose that's just how it is, love.
So, how long do you have?
At last check, 2 years. I think you see now why I'm rather eager to topple that high score sooner than later, as there may not be a later, see?
Now, none of that. I made peace with this ages ago. Life is, unfortunately, a fatal illness. Everybody passes in time. Mine may be sooner than others, sooner than yours, but that's just how it's going to be. The important thing is not the quantity, but the quality of that life. I'm aiming to make the most of my remaining days, raising money for charities, working on my Moopy ambition, enjoying time with friends, things like that.
And trying to nail the Moopy score in honor of your sister.
Indeed. Truthfully, I'm lucky today wasn't the end. I'll have another chance. I've you to thank for that.
Bull beep!
Pardon.
Oof. Number 2. If I look in a mirror, pretty sure I'll see Deco Nami. Percy, I got so wrapped up in promoting the Funplex that I nearly put you in the morgue. I feel like a complete beep! You deserve better than that. Better than someone so focused on dragging themselves out of depression that they ignore the needs of their friends.
Come now. It's not quite like that. I agreed to help you with Palooza. That was my choice. I knew that high pressure could do this, and I did it anyway. For you. And for me. And you know why it's so important to me. You know why I'd ignore even my doctor's orders and carry on.
So if you insist on considering yourself a fool, well, I'm just as foolish. We could be proper fools together. Is that acceptable?
Proper. Yeah.
Then we have an accord.
Aye. 2 years, huh?
Give or take. I do want to thank you for being at my side today, through the morning and the long dark of evening. It has helped tremendously, believe me. I rather think we get along well, yes? Can't think of a better person to steer the ship known as the Funplex that I've chosen for my final sail.
It's strange how at peace he is with the idea of dying. I can't say I'm at peace with it. Not with the idea of losing him. Maybe I should let go of those feelings. Not burden him with it, not when he doesn't have long to live. Or maybe it's now or never. Hey, we get to do this option this time! I wish I could have more than 2 years with you. Because I love you. I wish... Damn it. I can't get the words to come out smoothly. Not in this place, this circumstance. This isn't fair. Not at all. And it's not fair of me to say this, not when you're counting down the days, but I love you, Percy.
Oh.
I know the timing sucks. I know I'm springing this on you all of a sudden, but I can't help it. I needed you to know. Proving his calm in the face of my storm, Percy offers a gentle smile.
It's sweet you, love. And I'll admit to a fondness myself.
A fondness? Ah. Oh, GG, thank goodness you made it just in time for the I love you.
My days have certainly been brighter with you in them. I don't deny it. Oh, I was friendly with the Funplex folks indeed, but there's a certain light in that musty old arcade. Now that you're here, with me.
No. Still, in the end, he shakes his head lightly, oh no!
I appreciate it, but I suspect you'd be better off with someone who can be around in your twilight years.
Twilight years?
The heart wants what the heart wants. I understand that. Sadly, mine wants to kill me. And I don't want to burden anyone else with that pain.
Rejected. Oh no. So, now what?
Well, I suppose I provided you a fine escape hatch, yes? So that you know I'm quite at ease with matters, and will understand if you'd prefer to love another.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm pretty mixed up right now.
It has been a funny sort of day, hasn't it?
You could say that again.
It has been a funny sort of day, hasn't it?
The worst. He offers a great big laugh, muted slightly by being weakened from the evening's events.
Well, I suppose you've still time to ponder it all. I've time for that matter. Give it thought.
A gentleman to the end, allowing me to politely back out of my own words. I don't know if I really can, though, or if I will. Before I can say another word, there's a sharp knock at the door, which then immediately opens.
What the f?
Thank you for waiting for the whole confession scene to be over, Queen Bee, by the way. Holy bee, Purpur! What the bee happened? They told me your heart exploded or something! Also, hi, kid. Hi?
Ah, Queen Bee. How'd the tournament go? Afraid I was a bit occupied at the moment, couldn't watch the finals.
Who even cares?
I do. I just said so, yes. Sorry. Right. I'll keep it short. I lost. Got completely and utterly owned, too.
Aw, jeez.
Surprisingly enough, it's not as bad as I'd feared. Seems that the demon actually came all this way not to kick my ass, but to scout me. He's forming a team. And wants me to join.
Wait. The demon is hiring you? No more L7?
Victory!
No more L7. Way to twist a defeat into a victory, eh?
Another dream I nearly annihilated while trying to achieve mine. Nearly, though. Thank goodness for turns of fortune.
Right. That's my story in Reader's Digest form. Now it's your turn, Purr. What the beep, man? Nothing for you to concern yourself with. Just a minor embuggerance.
A minor embuggerance.
Oh, bull beep. This is the same thing your sister had, isn't it?
Well, it's not like Percy's only friends with me. Seems he's told Queen Bee his tale, too. No wonder she rushed right over.
Well, yes. How long? 2 years.
Beep! The hospital PA system chimes, grabbing my attention. Oh. Apparently that was the coffee bell as well. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Oh,
And some air conditioning.
oh please. That'd be great. Yes.
Coffee and air conditioning go together.
Yes.
Like
Like...
peanut butter and jelly.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Just like that.
How are you guys doing tonight?
You'll never guess who popped into chat tonight.
Food Dan?
Yes! You guess who popped into chat tonight?
Hey, Food Dan! Hope you're still around.
Yeah, no, he had to leave,
Aw.
pretty quickly, but I was like, oh man, it was
But-
Food Dan.
Game Dan is here, so that's okay.
The game Dan, yeah, we still have our resident Dan, so we're good to go.
And hello, Sweet Bean, and Kitten, and Gigi, and Merchant Samantha, and Doc Wildcard, and M Rejected, apparently.
Just M. I was rejected, I did my love confession, and he's like, well, I don't know about that.
And JJ.
And JJ.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're having a good time this evening.
Yeah, we've got a lovely crew.
Mm-hmm.
We got to the sad part where he almost had a heart attack and died on us.
What is that on his shirt?
It's Mr. Moopy. It's a mage. It's a ripoff of Pac-Man,
Okay.
except you're a wizard. So that's his favorite game that he plays.
Gigi is having a day. Apparently, you're upside down.
Oh man, he's been having a day and a half. He's been updating us on all the things. It's just,
Oh man.
yeah, not the best day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He did make it in time for the love confession, though. So
That is the most important. I mean, that'll correct any.
it'll cover a multitude of
of
things.
shenanigans going on in your day.
shenanigans and hijinks. Oh, I tell ya.
All right.
Alrighty, is the bread done?
I think so. It looks like it's done.
Did you put it on the cooling rack?
Yes. Yes, it'll be on the cooling rack shortly. Bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you. Well, at least the bread will be sufficiently cooled by the time we're done. Oh, it's too funny. Alright, well. He's off to get that cooling rack, and I've got my coffee, and shortly we'll have some air conditioning, so that's good.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Visiting hours are now over.
Relationship goals. Yeah, you want to be in a relationship where someone's like, did you remember the cooling rack for the bread? Yes. Yes, it will be on that when you come out. I definitely remembered. Oh, so good.
Suppose it's time for you two to head on home. And don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from movie for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same.
Only if you're sure, Percy.
You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert, and my way of keeping calm through this silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means...
The Funplex.
the Funplex.
Alright. Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. I think we can skip here now. Follow your dreams, Juniper. Okay.
Clearly you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 15,300 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is... the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It weighed in at 44,457 pounds. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5?
Yes. I think this is the beach episode, isn't it? It might be? I might be able to squeeze in one more. If I do that, then Percy's route will only be 2 streams long. Possibly? I mean, I do have coffee now. Could go a little longer. Bread is baked. Coffee is made. Air conditioning's on. Yeah, let's end this on the beach date. And actually confirm with Percy that we do want to romance him, no matter what. Okay, let's do this. Hold on a second.
By the way, I still need minutes, not like a...
Okay.
By the way, have
fun. Alright, where are you, Percy? Innocent, chaste, fun in the sun. That's what I want to do. Alright, there we go. Woo! Long episode for the win. Heck yeah. Alright, the beach! I haven't been to a beach in ages. Not since my science spinning days promoting that funnel cake place. And I guess there was that one time we did a beach shoot, but that was like last summer. So yes, ages ago. Feels good to be back in the sun.
Last beach I went to was back in England. Considerably more cold and overcast than this, afraid. And before you ask, because Ashley already asked again and again on the drive down here, I'm not going to explode in direct sunlight. My condition is quite stable today.
Sorry, Percy, but you are part of the crew. That means we care about you. I promise, though, we won't treat you like you're made of glass. You're still good old Percy to us.
Much obliged.
Thanks, love. All the same, think I'll grab a spot under that umbrella before all the good shite is taken.
As for me, last one in the water is a landlubber. Possibly, Kit, possibly. I will neither confirm nor deny.
The water, yes. Getting wet and cooling down. Yes, good.
Alright, where are you, Percy? A number of little carny-style games have been set up along the beach, independent of the boardwalk arcades, ring tosses, squirt guns, things like that. Percy promised everyone he'd keep it low-key today as he recovers from his heart tremor. Tossing a few rings is definitely low-key. And it looks like, even though he's keen to go surfing, Teo's keeping Percy company. But judging from the way those rings are just sort of bouncing off the bottles instead of landing on them, the games are not going well.
I don't get it. I'm usually much more coordinated than this. Don't think it's a matter of coordination, Teo. More a question of, well, let's say optimization.
But Percy's ring goes plink off a bottle as well. What a shame! What a shame! You boys want to play again? Only another $5 for 3 tosses. It's a downright steal.
Starting to wonder if this is a steal in more sense than one.
Now, nobody likes a sore loser, boys. It's all totally fair. Swear on my mom's grave I do. All this old-timey carny banter's got my dander up, it does. I must confront this charlatan. I say, fellas. Well, hey there, gents. How about we work together to run this four-flusher out on a rail? Anything's possible when you put your heads together.
Ah, indeed.
My sentiments exactly. I do believe I have a proposal. Tale, a word. Sure. What do you have in mind?
Weirdly, the two huddle up without me and exchange a few whispers. I consider interjecting myself into the discussion, but it's over before I can try.
Okay then, let's play.
Teo passes over a few dollars and takes up the rings, while Percy examines the racks of bottles in detail. Teo holds back, waiting for him to finish. Eventually, Percy points.
Right there, 3 rings rapid. That's the sweet spot.
With a twist of his agile body, Teo flings his rings one at a time, and all 3 rattle their way around the neck of a bottle, ringing it perfectly.
Simple enough. Based on Teo's throwing angles from before, and the arrangement of the bottles, I determined the optimal striking zone for him to aim for. All games are a matter of optimization, even silly little carnival toys.
Melons, you've bested me, old sport! Well, I know when I'm well and truly rumbled. Go ahead and pick your prize.
Well, Crystal, what'll it be? Yeah, we were trying to win you a prize after all.
Me? Really? This was all for me?
Absolutely.
You know it. I mean, you are the true prize here. Back me up on this, Percy. Quite so, quite so. But which one of these lesser winnings truly makes your heart dance?
I glance across rows of arcade-themed stuffed dolls with curiosity. I'd say I'm a little old for dolls. But you're never too old for a huggable plush friend, and they both worked so hard for it. I'd like that adorable Mr. Moopy magical plushie. I'd like to put on my robe and wizard hat. Also, I want a Mr. Moopy.
Truly, Crystal is an individual of class and taste. I suppose nothing beats the classics, huh?
Plus, I can't deny the happy little smile Percy wears as the carny takes down my prize and hands it over. He's had a hard time of it lately. I'm happy to make him happy. Dong. Okay. Now go away, boys. You bother me. The 3 of us return to the dunes, prize in tow. So, why were you 2 trying to win a prize for me? I mean, Percy, there was a Moopy doll back there. That's right in your wheelhouse, yeah?
True. But, well, we discussed it and decided you deserved a treat for a job well done. Sure, this whole vacation is a treat for a job well done, but we wanted something for you specifically. Quite right. I must admit, Crystal, the Funplex is a brighter place with you around. Not to say it wasn't a bright place before your tenure, but, well, there's a true breath of life there beyond what I thought possible. And beyond just the hard work you do, the way you brought us all together, well, a mere plush toy isn't really proper reward, but it'll have to suffice. What my comrade is trying to say in his usual poetic way is, you rock and you rule, so you get a prize. Thanks for playing.
Aw, see you, Catherine. Thanks for staying up so late for the stream. It was nice having you. Hope you have a good sleep tonight.
Yes, that. Okay, I'm gonna go hit the waves. I'd offer you a board, Percy, but I know. I promise to take it easy. Not that I'm very aquatic, to be honest. But it's good to spend time with you, considering usually we're on opposite ends of the arcade. You too.
Well, wow. I didn't realize just how much I meant to them. I'm only a floor an event manager, right? But seeing everybody come together for this beach blanket bingo we've wrangled up, it's the bee's knees, it is. So what next? Who is... I think I can only do 3 of 4. Let's see. Okay, Queen Bee's the lowest, so we'll go do Queen Bee. Boop. Queen Bee wins! For the first time. The line itself is a thin rope cord held down by a simple tent peg, so I can see why it would be hard to tell if the ball fell around it. But I can say for sure I saw it fall outside the line. It was completely out of bounds. Sorry, Gavin.
Point, set, match.
Oh, GG!
Queen Bee takes a very long moment to gloat. Granted, that's more of a tennis term, but I think Gavin gets the gist.
I thought for sure I was going to beat you, Queen Bee, but I miscalculated. You bested me fair and square. Shall we take a quick break?
Yes. Set it. I've never said it before, apparently. I quickly get low and put my hands in the air. I let the ball fall between my fingers gently before setting it back to Queen Bee. Okay, and we're bumping. Okay, Naomi and Ashley. Let me help both of you out. Okay, so is it Ashley or Naomi? Are you guys tied? Oh, Ashley's turn. Okay. Skipping? Oh, hold on. I want to see what Percy's
Impressive.
lunch is.
Oh my god!
There we go.
Huh. Fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on a toothpick. And you made a moopy maze out of the chips, too.
That's so awesome.
Ah, it's not too stereotypical, is it?
Quite good.
I haven't found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic!
Alright. Apparently I've done the Chuckly one before. Prepare for a card game kitty. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Think not of the massive sunburn you're all getting and the itching to come. Think not of the funnel cakes turning in your stomach. Think not of the hangovers. Live in the now. This is our moment, our beach. Flotsam Beach means a lot to me, and take it from a veteran. Consequences are for wimps. We've more than earned the right to go a little nutty and have some inadvisable levels of fun here. Who wants to party?
You know I'm always down to party. Hangovers be damned. I want to have a beeping good time tonight.
Now to bring it on home. Let the foodinine commence. I've babbled on more than enough. Hunger, it gnaws at me. It saps my very life essence. The foodinine calls and must not be denied. Boxes open, devour, consume.
The foodinine! The foodinine! This is so cool going to Flotsam with you, Crystal. And all your great friends and this great food and... It's all so great. Let's eat, everyone.
Yay, food. Okay, Percy. Sitting on some benches just outside a fried dough stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar.
Seriously? You've never had this stuff before? Not much carny chow in England, I'm afraid. And this is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. Wait, you can't eat this, right? I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode? It's not an issue of artery congestion. And Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat won't be the tipping point.
Oh, hey, Crystal! Join us! No way we can eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settle in to pick up the delicious fried dough, just like I used to have back when we came here regularly.
So Percy and I were talking shop, and even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some valuable input, you know? See, our Moopioholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer.
Don't think so.
It's not that I don't believe in it. I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers, alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk-averse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment.
Whereas I love risk. No risk, no reward. Yeah, at any moment it could all come crashing down and I end up living in my parents' basement again. But I love to fight for my future. Just like Crystal. She was an unemployed bum before finding the Funplex and nowhere to go but up. Hey now. I wasn't exactly calling a cardboard box home and selling matches to passing strangers to survive the cold, cold winter. I was between jobs, sure, but I could have taken other opportunities. Including one at Juniper's office, for that matter. And you didn't. You chose the Funplex. Or maybe the Funplex chose you, but... Look, that's not my point. I'm not saying my path's for everyone. Abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride? It takes a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result.
Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly society does not reward it its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. It's survivorship bias. People use rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too. But those success stories are a percent of a percent of a percent. And what happens later in life to the sports hero who abandoned all other paths? What skills do you fall back on when your window closes? You've succeeded so far, Queen Bee. But remember not too long ago you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the street.
Well,
I wouldn't say terrified. It was more like a mild reluctance at best.
Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stock in my off hours. Why not consider a day job, with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
nope, no way.
No way, no how. Physical discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game, at the top of the game, if I'm also flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intensive training. You can't get around the time investment. But you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's win-win.
I suppose I can see the need for time investment, yes. But it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Perhaps Crystal can help settle this question. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness? Or to hedge your bets and find balance?
Honestly, I can see Percy's side of it. You can't completely avoid risk, but you can calculate those risks. Approach your life with a mindful strategy to get what you want and stay safe.
Safety, ugh.
Where's the glory in that?
Now, love, nothing wrong with being cautious. It's like playing a control-oriented character in physical discomfort, yes. Plotting your moves, conserving momentum, staying firmly in charge of your own destiny. I'm not saying not to aim for the top, but don't be in such a hurry. Yeah, okay. I mean, I get it. Sure. I'll get where I want to be and you'll get your high score. It's inevitable, no matter how fast or slow.
I almost point out that Percy doesn't actually have time for the slow path, but no, not bringing down the mood. With the neglected funnel cake cooling off, the three of us focus on putting away our sugary rewards after that. We're each walking different paths, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. Okay. So who's next? Got Gavin and Ashley and Naomi and Teo. Gavin. Okay. Hanging out with Gavin. Gavin, here you go. Okay, and Naomi and Teo. Pick up the mess. Okay. So Teo likes buttered popcorn. Which one of you guys is lower? I can't remember. Naomi, okay. Cotton candy. There we go. Hold on. Let's get our analysis.
Okay, after my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and how your personality is shaping up. But now that I've had weeks to understand you better, I think I can adjust these values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Naomi has a kind heart, and so do you. That's a plus. Gavin may be blunt, but he aspires to be kind, and you're already kindly. Queen Bee's got a wicked sense of humor, and your quirky nature matches it. Percy carries himself with good cheer and a kind heart. He's a terrific match for your own quirky and kindly heart. Teo lives to have fun. I'm sure both of you quirky funsters would get along well. And that's everybody. In my final analysis, I think you are the best possible match for Percy, Naomi, and Teo. All three would make a fine companion for you, Crystal. Percy, Naomi, and Teo all get along well with you and match your personality.
Alright. Alright, let's run with it. Percy. I know who I love. There's only one real choice. He's already shared so much with me. The tragedy of his past, his guilt over being unable to save his sister. And even though he told me a dying man couldn't love me in return, I have to try. I have to. Percy. I don't need any numbers to tell me what's in my heart. And what's in my heart is feelings for Percy.
I know I said he'd be a good match, but are you sure? I don't want to be blunt about this, but you're not exactly going to grow old together. But, well, good luck.
I pocket my phone before approaching him. He's laughing and joining in with the group, having a grand evening. I catch his attention and he drifts away from them to join me. Percy? Can we talk?
Lovely.
Certainly. Lovely evening, isn't it? That got me to thinking of my plans for the night, actually.
Can I join you for that? Because...
What is it?
You know what it is. You know what I want to say. My feelings haven't changed, Percy. I know you gave me a polite way to turn away from them, but I can't.
I see. I would be a liar and a charlatan to say I'd left my feelings for you by the wayside myself. But my situation hasn't changed. I appear hale and hearty today, yes, but all that could change in a heartbeat. Somewhat literally. Are you sure this is what you want?
Another safe exit, huh? Always a gentleman. I don't know if I can do this on second thought or third thought or whichever thought I'm on. I shake my head, refusing his refusal. For however long we have together, I'll be happy. And I want you to be happy too. I don't care that you're dying. You're resolved to it. I've resolved to it. That doesn't mean you can't be loved for as long as it lasts. Percy closes his eyes, breathing deep of the cool evening air, and smiles to me.
On your head be it then.
On your head?
I'm afraid you're rather stuck with me now. I'm quite a cuddly sort of fellow, at least. You may expect hugs, and many of them.
All the hoogs! Promise?
Promise.
And to prove his point, he wraps me in his arms, holding me against his large frame. Yay, hoogs! Soft and warm, like falling into a quilt or a big teddy bear.
It'll be different, to be certain, having someone care for me. Beyond being my usual affable self. So please, pardon if I'm a bit rusty.
Oh, apologies.
Percy lets go of the hug and I can breathe again. Rusty, you seem more the lion than the Tin Man. Let's try it too. Rusty? Do I need an oil can? Although I'd say you've clearly got a heart, so you can't be the Tin Man.
I wouldn't mind a replacement heart, actually. I could reasonably be the Tin Man.
Okay, that metaphor got a bit away from me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't think that one through.
It's quite fun, Crystal. I've learned a joke about my condition. I mean, you've really just gotta laugh, haven't you? Well, laugh or cry, I suppose. I've done my fair share of both. But tonight, it's strictly laughter and smiles. I'll have none of the other, thank you.
It's still a bit weird the way he casually talks about his death sentence. Sensing my discomfort, Percy catches my eye before my gaze can slide away uncomfortably.
I suppose we could celebrate with libations and revelry, but I did have plans, didn't I? Come, Crystal, let's walk a ways.
He offers me his hand all gentlemanlike, and I accept, all ladylike. Soon we're walking slowly, strolling even, down the evening boardwalk. I'm not sure where he's leading me, and he seems content to stay hush-hush about it. Actually, is he going anywhere in particular? He said he had evening plans, but doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry to get wherever it is we're going. I'll try one. We planning to stop anytime soon, or should I run back home and get my passport?
No need, no need.
Good, 'cause, I don't actually have a passport.
A pity. I'd love to take you back to England at some point. But for now, just breathe it in. The still and quiet of the night air.
The still and quiet of the night air. It's not that still and quiet. The boardwalk's calmed quite a bit from the rush of the daytime crowd, but couples still wander along, much as we are. But there's a certain stillness, a sense of calming down. The action is indoors now, not outdoors, not where we are. And as for the quiet, there's the rolling waves in the distance, always turning and churning. The ocean doesn't care about the beach. It's a constant, one I'd been tuning out after hearing it all day. But now I can hear it. The ever-present roar of the waves, the crescendo right before it crashes into the sand, the trickle of the sea foam floating back into depths, and the cycle repeats. I can faintly feel the cool and crisp salt water in the air around me, the way the waves push it on shore. And before you know it, I realize we've stopped moving.
Here we are.
But we're not really in front of any particular shop or business. It's just another general stretch of boardwalk. But before I can question him, Percy explains.
I like to do this some nights. Just walk. Walk until I find a place, an ordinary place. And then I feel what it's like to be here, in this place, in this moment. The breeze as it curls around me. The sounds of people, the sounds of distant traffic. of the rolling seas. Sometimes I wonder if this is what it's like to be a spirit, a wandering soul after we pass. Nothing as ghoulish as a haunting, no. Just detached, floating, and feeling the life around you as it passes along. To be within and without. But it's not a sad thought, oh no. Because I am alive. And that means I have a full appreciation of this moment that a spirit might not.
Percy sweeps his arm, gesturing to the crowd, which largely ignores us. To the boardwalk, to the beach and the waters.
That's my life advice to you. Be here now. In this place, in this moment. Drink it in. All those little details you might overlook in our rush to reach the future. Despite being a retro gamer, I don't constantly gaze wistfully into the past. I've no future to speak of, so that's not a concern either. Me, I like the present. I live in the moment, and in this moment, with you, I am at peace.
I can feel it too, that peace. A boardwalk's meant to be a convenient and linear path to walk to get to the place you want to go. But we're already where we want to be. Here with each other. Aww. I offer him a smile. I think I understand. For the longest time, my motto was go with the flow. Live in the present and the present alone. To expect nothing from the future. Because according to my past, the future would only bring disappointment.
Rather unfortunate.
I see. That's a bit unfortunate. There's living in the moment, for the moment. And then there's assuming you have no future.
Like you, then?
A fair point, that. Well, how about your future? Let's put aside my own future for the moment. What of yours? Where do you see yourself in 10 years, say?
What is this, a job interview?
Well, dating me is serious business, my fair lady. I'll need 3 letters of reference, and your curriculum vitae.
Is that how you say that? I have no idea.
Shall we step into my office?
Percy gestures to a bench on the edge of the boardwalk, with a pivoting back that lets you face either the shops or overlook the waves. Oh yeah, Gigi, I've always loved that saying, or proverb, or whatever it is. So good. We choose the waves, naturally, before having a seat.
Honestly, I'm simply curious. It's a way to get to know the real Crystal, not just the charmer from the Funplex who found her way into my heart.
Aw. You too, Gigi? That's where I remember it from as well. That good old Master Oogway. Okay. First, I consume the heart of my enemy, Dekonami, to take his power. Next, I command my minions to erect a vast and sprawling arcade, one the size of Nebraska. Oh, my rivals will come for me. They will come with razor-sharp throwing tokens and chain whips of prize tickets. But I will be ready for them. They'll be walking directly into my trap as I unleash my hordes of esports pros to gank them from the shadows. Then, in year 2 of my 5-year plan, Percy bursts out laughing, holding up a hand to stop me.
No more, no more. I can't take it. Still, I know you're an ambitious one. I'm proud of you for that. It takes determination to chase a dream, be it a high score or an excellent arcade.
I lean against Percy's big old fuzzy self as we relax there on the bench. Ow. The sound of ocean waves, of people walking by. It's calming. Even the little jokes we swap back and forth are calming in their own way. The future is far away. Right now, I'm where I want to be.
And I as well.
Did you read my mind?
And I promise not to let my moopy quest detract from giving you the care and attention you desire.
Well.
Truthfully, I've been wondering lately if it's even worth continuing that quest. With so few days left, I told myself I need to focus them to achieve my goal, to win the high score in my sister's honor. The idea made sense, but with the heart attack scare, and now with this new love in my life, maybe it's time to put aside childish things. Except that I'm simply not up to the task and may never be. Not until it's far too late.
Rather unfortunate.
Accept being a failure and move on.
My goodness. No, you're not a failure. I cut him off from that line of thinking immediately. Percy, you're not a failure. Clearing a high score or not doesn't have to define you. You've already done so much with your life. You've raised money for charity. You took care of your sister in her hour of need. You've made my world a better place. Whether you beat Moopy or not, you aren't a failure.
I suppose those are noteworthy efforts, albeit with mixed success.
Success doesn't mean something was or wasn't worth the effort. You care. You care enough to try, and that makes you a wonderful person in my book.
And a well-written book it is. Well, perhaps I'll continue my Moopy adventure, win or lose, and accept the outcome whatever it may be. If the effort is what matters, not the outcome, then abandoning ship simply because I might lose the game is no way to live. Crystal.
Yeah? Ah, the blush!
I'd very much like to kiss you if you'll allow it. A token gesture of appreciation, to be sure, for one as wonderful as you. Meager, a pittance really, but I'd very much like to kiss you all the same. What say you?
What say I? What say I? Oh my goodness. I don't want to be like, if you want. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, please. I've wanted the... And he silences me with the kiss, his lips pressed to mine. Yeah! Get it, Percy! His beard tickles a bit against my bare cheeks, but he's so warm and comfortable, leaning into him, into the kiss. There's only one way this moment could be any better. With a kiss, CG? Nope. I break off the kiss and rise to my feet. Come on. Sitting on a wooden bench is no way to spend a night like this. I know. Let's go! Ah, I can't believe we got a kiss from Percy. Yay! I'm told there's a 99.97% better place to kiss you than this, if you don't mind a stroll on the sands. Percy quirks an eyebrow, then rises to follow me. Beach CG. Yes, indeed. Ah, so he gave us his jacket! My heart. Ah! I've got double hoodie now. Iris was right. A moonlight seaside stroll, even better than the strange piece we'd found on that busy boardwalk.
I think I can honestly say that this is the loveliest view I have ever beheld. Is beheld even a word?
Sounds good enough to me. I won't complain if it isn't.
Nora.
And suddenly I break out into giggles. Sand, and romance. Pretty cool memes, you know? Please stop. Ah, that's hilarious. I'm gonna do kind, I think. I guess it just struck me all of a sudden how lucky I've been lately. Life's looking good. Not just my career, but my emotional health, and now my love life.
I'm quite a catch, I'm told. My mom says so anyway.
Good old mum. Okay, later, Westwood.
But in all seriousness, I promise to do whatever I can to ensure your luck never runs out. For as long as I can, I mean.
Oh, no need to apologize, Doc. Thank you for hanging out for such a long stream. Have a good rest of your day.
And on that unlucky day.
Shh. We don't have to talk about that.
We will eventually. But I suppose it doesn't have to be today. We've more days to come still.
I'll do everything I can to make your days lovely ones. For as many days as I'm able. On this, you have my word.
Yay! And that's how Percy and I found each other. I'd called our lunchtime party the high water mark, one perfect moment in time, but I was wrong. This was it. And in the difficult weeks ahead, I'd cling to that high water mark in hopes the wave would roll my way again. Yippee! So cute!
Level 5 of Arcade Spirits completed! So far, you've scored 19,650 points. You're winning friends and influencing people. Oh, and pizza fact time! 3 of the top 10 weeks of pizza consumption occur in January. More pizza is consumed during the big game week than any other week of the year. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 6?
Yes. And with that, guys, we're gonna call it a stream, I think. Thank you very much for joining me. What a great romance route we've had with Percy so far. It's been so cute and adorable. I know the conflict is coming up, but hopefully it's not too bad, because we already have enough emotional trauma stuff to deal with Percy as it is. So hopefully it's not too bad when we get to it. But yeah, we should be able to actually finish Percy's route next week, next stream. You're very welcome, Gigi. Thank you for joining me. You guys make this game 1,000% more fun than it would be if I was playing alone. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna pop off, grab some more coffee, and yeah, I'll see you around the channel this week, and maybe on Saturday for some Danganronpa, or if not Saturday, next Monday for some more Arcade Spirits. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for the fun and the laughs and the oohs and ahs and all that. It was great. Okay, until next time then, bye-bye!